everybody. This is Justin Johnson, Executive Director, Community of Hope Health Clinic in Pelham, Alabama. Just want to say welcome to our podcast. If this is your first time listening or watching, I just want to say thank you for coming in and seeing what we're all about. If you're new, you can look up above me if you're watching us on YouTube. You can see all of our important links, which include our website, which is communityofhopeclinic.com. Our Facebook is www.facebook.com/Community of Hope Health Clinic. And our Instagram handle is instagram.com/CHHC _ So today, just wanted to kind of say, hooray, we did what we needed to do as far as our fundraiser goes. We finally got over that hump of raising about $25,000 to $30,000 in one night. We raised over $50,000 this past Tuesday. Those of you who don't know, I'm trying to get a little bit higher than that. We got some things in the works, and if you see this, if you don't mind sharing us, sharing all about us, and sharing our links, I really would appreciate it. But today, I want to talk a little bit about our missional focus here at the Community of Hope Health Clinic, which I think is sometimes overshadowed. I think issues that arrived in the last few years with COVID have really kind of, I wouldn't say put it on the back of everybody's minds, but it's definitely on the forefront, and people don't realize that we are actually a faith-based clinic. And so today I wanted to kind of talk about my faith and how I feel that my faith affects my ability to be altruistic, which I think is something that when you get into the nonprofit world, whether it's medical or any other sort of social service organization, you definitely have to have that altruism built into your DNA in order to be able to do this the correct way. And so, yes, Community of Hope Health Clinic is a faith-based clinic. We don't always are out there trying to convert people, but we're trying to be more Christ-like so that we can show our faith and show our love and show our dedication to Jesus by showing love to others. And so today or in this episode, you're going to be talking, or you're going to be talking to Rebecca Parr. Rebecca has been a member of our board of directors for 7 years now. And Community of Hope Health Clinic has always had a strong relationship with the Shelby Baptist Association. And so that's what Rebecca it represents, the Shelby Baptist Association. And really for the last two to 3 years now, she and we've been getting together and talking about what can we do from a missional focus standpoint to be able to show the love that we need to be showing in our community, and being there for people who may be down on their lucks. Because, a lot of times people will ask me, well, what type of people come to your clinic? And yes, we do have some undocumented persons here. We do have a lot of documented Hispanics. We have we have over 25% of our clientele is Caucasian, white. Now our numbers are starting to go up actually for the African American population, which is probably about 11% right now. And sometimes the people who come to us, they're just in that cycle, and they just need our help. I mean, those are the people that their whole lives have needed help from the community, and we provide that help. We provide our services just like a lot of other services are provided through different organizations. But, you know, between my work here at Community of Hope and then also working for Jefferson Clinic PC at Cooper Green Hospital in my younger years, there are a lot of people here that you would not expect to need our services. We have people with college degrees. I know that we've had people who are teachers and nurses and uh, skilled labor, and for whatever reason they're just not able to have insurance anymore, so they come and see us. Uh, we have see a lot of people who are going through disability determination, and that sometimes that can take off almost 2 years. And when you're on disability determination, you do not have access to health insurance, and so we're here and we're completely free. There are other resources for people out there, but they're not always free. Some of them are a little easier to get in, and then also see a provider with. But for the most part, we're the free clinic in Shelby County. 2, 1. So you never know who comes and needs our services, just like you never know who needs to go to the food pantry or go to the clothing closet or whatever. You don't know who needs help with their utility bills, and so it could be your neighbor, it could be your cousin, it could be your sibling. You just don't know, and we're there to show the love of Christ through our clinic setting, and allow our providers to show that love, to show them that they matter, that they care. um, and Rebecca has done a great job of kind of leading that. And then a few years ago, we actually had Patrick Sawyer, who's now the vice chair of the board of directors here at Community Folk Clinic. He has since joined, and he's one of the missional pastors at Valleydale Church. So um, they both have been working together with me to where we could uh, create or reestablish our faith committee. We've had our first meeting. We need to have another one, but there's certain things that we have going on that Rebecca will talk about in my interview here in a little bit. But before I get into that, I just want to let you know that I um, I'm a believer. I attend church weekly. Um, I am a discipleship group leader. Um, I volunteer my services working in the camera at work at church. Um, I've been a greeter. I've helped train discipleship trainers. There's a whole lot of things that we've done with church and we do on a regular basis. And so I just wanted to put that out there. And then I wanted to read a few of the verses that kind of stick out to me that I wanted to make sure that I covered. The first one is from the book of John, chapter 13, and it's 13:34. And to me, this is a great example of what we do here at Community Hope Health Clinic. Now, this comes from the Christian Standard Bible Edition. It says in 13:34, I give you a new command: love one another, just as I have loved you. You are also to love one another. And so, that's pretty simple. If you're a follower of Christ, that's something that you really need to consider when it comes to helping your neighbor, because you never know what kind of situation you're going to be in. Another verse that I wanted to read out was from the book of John as well, and it's in verse 21. Um, and this is from 21, it starts in verse 15. And it says that when they had eaten breakfast, Jesus asked Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? Yes, Lord, he said to him, you know that I love you. Feed my lambs, he told him a second time. He asked him, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Yes, Lord, he said to him, you know that I love you. Shepherd my sheep, he told him. He asked him the third time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Peter was grieved that he asked him a third time, do you love me? He said, Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you. Feed my sheep, Jesus said. Truly I tell you that when you were younger, you would tie your belt and walk wherever you wanted. But when you grow old, you will stretch out your hands and someone else will tie you and carry you where you don't want to go. So essentially, what I take from this particular story is that, we have been given this book as a way to guide ourselves in our everyday living. And Jesus has given us the ability to go out and disciple people and love on people, and the people that come to our clinic. These are the people that we need to be feeding. Maybe it's not as overt as going out and preaching on the mount, or going and being martyred and wherever in one of the seven churches, but this particular part of the Bible is essentially, Jesus telling us that He's given us the tools, and we need to make sure that we do what we need to do. So, I hope you enjoy this interview with Rebecca, and I will see you after the interview. This is Justin Johnson, Executive Director, Community of Hope Health Clinic in Pelham. I'm joined here today by a long-time board member, Rebecca Parr. I guess Rebecca's you've been 5, 6 years, maybe even longer than that with the board of directors. 7.5 years. So I think tomorrow is today's May the 3rd, and tomorrow is my 9-year anniversary with the clinic. So, but Rebecca works for the Shelby Baptist Association. She's been very instrumental in being on the executive committee, and also the Shelby Baptist Association is getting into the mobile health arena as well this year with their dental clinic that they were able to pick up last year, and they're just now getting things going around to different churches and providing dental services for free. So not only does she have her experience working on the board of directors here at Community of Hope, she's also kind of getting a crash course on what it's like. So anyway, thanks for being on, Rebecca.
Glad to be here.
And so one of the things that I really want to emphasize with the clinic going forward is the fact that Community of Hope, in our statement, our mission statement, and kind of the descriptor whenever I am out and telling people about CHHC is uh, Community of Hope is a medical mission, and that mission part just shows that we are a Christian organization, non-denominational, but we're Christian, a faith-based organization um, first and foremost. And one of the one of the things that I noticed uh, here is the fact that with COVID and actually a little bit before COVID, um, our mission as a faith-based mission has not necessarily gone by the wayside, but it maybe hasn't been as much of a priority as we would like for it to be. When I started in 2015 with the clinic, there were probably half a dozen chaplains that were here to offer spiritual service to the clinic. And that's something that has been on my mind for a while. And Rebecca's also been working with this. And Patrick Sawyer, who's our vice chair, he's also the missional pastor at Valleydale. We've been talking about this for a while, and so this is something that we really want to make sure that we emphasize with our clinic, and so that's why I wanted to talk about this. So, Rebecca, like I said, you've been on the executive committee, you've been on the board for a while, and one of the things that we've talked about is building up our faith committee. And I was just hoping you might be able to kind of enlighten those who don't know much, not only about the clinic, but the basis for what a faith committee could do for the clinic.
Absolutely. I went back and looked at the documents from when the clinic was created, and my predecessor, Debbie Snyder, helped with developing the clinic with a team of several people, and she was part of that original faith committee. And so when I was looking at the documents and seeing what the intention was for this ministry, it was to have a set of chaplains that could speak directly with people that come to the clinic, or also spiritual care volunteers that are just a welcoming face, that help people from their car, help them fill out paperwork, help them just feel welcome and invited into the clinic. And so there's many opportunities for people to engage with patients, or even just come and pray. And so it's just one thing that we would like to rebuild is this ministry of prayer and encouragement and just communicating the gospel through everything we do.
Yeah, and so it's funny you're saying that. I'm looking at the camera right now. I'm looking down below where the screen is, and over your right shoulder is one of the ways in which the Elks Lodge has kind of used their ministry as well. As you can see, we've got diapers up there, and we've got little gift packages, and it's something as simple as that. They were able to secure a grant for us for our prenatal clinic,
Nice.
so we could show the love to our community for brand new mothers or mothers who were down on their luck and maybe needed the extra help to as they were a welcoming child. So I think that's a great outlook on things. And um, so you talk about the original documents, and I know that you and I and a couple others have been meeting over the last couple years to see what kind of direction we wanted to go with this. And you and I have been discussing recently, actually last day or so, few days or so, about a prayer guide.
Hmm.
And so,
Absolutely.
can you kind of explain to everybody what that prayer guide is and what the purpose would be for having the prayer guide?
Sure. I believe that when we come together and pray and we bring our needs to God, and say, look, we want you to take control of what you've gifted us with. You've invited us to be a part of this ministry, and we want to have you leading us, and just cry out to the Lord together, for what His will is for the clinic, for His provision for the clinic, for His guidance and blessing. I think if we come together with an effort of petitioning Him, that He will bless the clinic and continue um, to provide exactly what is needed to meet the needs of the community, and also for us to share the love of Christ. And so, just talking about a strategy for remembering to pray for the clinic, and to be on the same page. And so, we're working on developing that, and we'll hopefully have some form of a prayer guide in the next week or so to be able to share with everyone.
Good deal. So I don't know when this will drop. It'll
Hmm.
probably drop next week. We've got our big fundraiser coming up
Hmm.
Tuesday. So right now that's my main focus, but I'm taking a little bit
Hmm.
of time out to do this since I had you
Yeah.
do this with me. So I'm hoping that maybe I can have everything
Hmm.
edited and sent out. So hopefully by the time that this video drops,
Hmm.
we'll be about the same time
Sure.
we have the prayer guides going.
Absolutely.
What I'll do is when we have this prayer guide, I'll make sure that we can put like a PDF copy
Hmm.
up on our website. And
Sure.
we'll do that. But the good thing about the prayer guide for the clinic, it doesn't have to be the CEO of a company. It can be anybody.
Right.
It can be somebody who maybe doesn't feel as comfortable going
Hmm.
out and talking about their
Right.
faith,
Hmm.
but the least they can do is pray.
Absolutely.
We can also give this to our patients, so hopefully we'll be able to get this in Spanish as well, and we'll
Absolutely.
leave this out for our patients to do so.
Sure.
Prayer is definitely something that we could use, something we
Mhm.
need,
Mhm.
and we appreciate everything. So, um, other things that you and I have discussed, and I'll discuss with Patrick,
Mhm.
is the just some of the other ways that we can impact the clinic through different ministries. And
Mhm.
one of the things that I think that Community of Hope used to do,
Mhm.
and COVID really, I think, has affected
Yes.
this, was our relationships and some of the partnerships we have with local
Mhm.
churches.
Absolutely.
And recently, for those of you who don't know, um, we had to stop our Thursday evening meals here at the clinic, not because we didn't want to do it anymore. It was just a funding issue. Um, every Thursday throughout the course of the year, probably 48 weeks of the year,
Yeah.
when you take into account like Christmas and Thanksgiving and 4th of
Sure.
July, we usually don't do clinic on Thursday nights. And then once a month on Monday, we have the evening clinic, and a lot of our clinics, uh, clinicians who come in, our volunteers, our nurses, our interpreters, they're leaving their 8 to 5 job, or if their
Mhm.
students are leaving all their classes, they're coming here, and then they're staying another 3 to 3.5 hours. And we always used to have a good network of churches, Sunday school classes, civic organizations, fraternal organizations that would come in and they would supply a meal for 10 to 15 people, about 15 people now, um, that it would just be, it would be like a thank you for volunteering your time for our
Mhm.
community. And that's something that we used to have on a regular basis, and something we just have not had really since COVID.
Mhm.
Of course, when COVID first started, we kind of nixed all that anyways because we
Mhm.
didn't want people mixing food and hands
Right.
and everything. So, um, is there any, any, do you have any thoughts on that?
I definitely think there's a great opportunity to bring meals back. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity for a small group Bible study or a discipleship group, or a civic organization to sponsor one meal for the volunteers that come on Thursday night, and then come and even pray over the volunteers when they come to bring the food, and see firsthand what happens here at the clinic before it gets started. Justin can definitely give some directions on how you can be involved in that. And so I know we've had a take them a meal type sign
Mm-hmm.
up page, and he can and post that again if people are interested in sponsoring meals again. It would be wonderful to be able to start that again.
And we do have a Take Them a Meal site. It's a lot is laid out for the whole
Hmm.
year, 2024, and
Hmm.
I'll go towards the end of probably September or so. I'll start 2025 as well. But that's a good incentive also for volunteers to actually come because
Right.
if you're working an 8 to 5 job and then you're
Mhm.
coming and you're expected to start seeing patients at 5:30, 6 o'clock, you get a little hungry,
Mhm.
and so it's good to be able to provide that meal to them. And I guess another thing that we really started in the last few years has been our mobile health,
Mhm.
and we've partnered with different cities, different municipalities. We partnered with churches, with
Mhm.
other agencies, and one of the things that uh, people don't realize is that every time we take our mobile clinic out, and Shelby Baptist Association, I think is
Mhm.
finally starting. We were talking a little bit about some of the wear and
Yes.
tear and just paying somebody to go out and do what they have to do. There's costs associated with that.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that I was hoping is maybe we get some churches to kind of um, help us out by sponsoring an event, and we'll actually come to that church to sponsor an event.
Yeah.
So somebody like Pelham First Baptist or Asbury United
Mhm.
Methodist, one of these different churches wanted us to come and do a health screening, or hopefully in the fall we'll be doing flu vaccines. We can do a flu clinic that we can get some help just with the operating costs. And
Mhm.
so I've done some calculations. It costs anywhere between $500 to $1,000 just to send it out because I have to have somebody special to drive
Mhm.
it because it's such a large unit.
Right.
Um, and I think the ministry's there, and so we've got a flyer.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if you've been able to send it out, but we've sent it out to a whole bunch of different groups. I'll post all the information here on this episode on our YouTube channel, and also I'll put the link and everything there. But there's an easy way to do this. Um, and Rebecca and I were just talking, and I was just saying, hypothetically,
Mhm.
I don't know how many churches are in Shelby County, but let's just say there's 200 of them. If we do 40 events a year, we're looking at anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000 to do these events.
Mhm.
If say hypothetically 200 churches could give us $500 to sponsor an event,
Mhm.
that'd be $100,000. So we would be more than not only would we be able to cover our event uh, within the community. We're here in Pelham, but say we got an event center,
Yeah.
Harpersville, we would be able to cover the other expenses that would, for us capturing maybe some new patients here at the clinic, that would help me pay my employees
Sure.
here to do that.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you had any other thoughts on that, or just different ways in which the faith community
Right.
could give to the clinic or give to the clinic. Sometimes it's not financial. Sometimes it's pray. We thought about praying.
Sure.
Just I don't know if you had any other thoughts.
Well, I feel like it's been such a gift to have the mobile unit. I mean, these mobile units are not cheap, and just the fact that we've had the grant from the COVID money to even have the mobile unit, it's got all the information on the mobile unit. If you've not seen it, I'm sure there's a picture on the website
Mm-hmm.
and online. So it is a wonderful resource, and I would hate for us to lose the resource and not be able to go out to the areas of the county where people can't access the medical care. We have a lot of areas of our county, and this is why we went with a mobile route with the dental clinic, is
Mm-hmm.
because there are a lot of areas of the county that people won't drive to Birmingham or won't drive across the county to even to Pelham for medical care
It's
they
even
may need.
it's not even won't drive. It's can't drive.
Can't drive, right?
So I
They
mean,
don't have the vehicle,
people are always saying, well, they can
right?
just go to Birmingham. I'm like, well,
Right,
if they can't get to Pelham, how do you think they're going to
right.
get to Birmingham?
And a lot of people are avoiding seeking medical care until it's an emergency. But
Mm-hmm.
if we go to them, it's like, oh, well, we might as well get checked out, and we can prevent someone from getting to the point of needing to go to the ER. It's really saving the community a lot of money by being able to take the resource to these places that don't access the medical care
Right.
easily. So anyway, but as far as the churches and the faith committee, there's an opportunity for ministry at the church. If you set up in a church parking lot, you can invite people in. You can spend time talking with them while they wait. Um, there are just many opportunities there to provide ministry
And I
through the mobile unit.
and I think that it was not like successful as far as like we had a bunch of numbers,
Hmm.
but even back last summer we did an event with the Anglican Church, the Good
Hmm.
Shepherd here in
Yeah.
Pelham, and it was on a Sunday, and they had prepared backpacks for back to
Mhm.
school for Hispanic people, and I think we had like 15 or 20 kids that got their school supplies essentially,
Hmm.
given to them, um, because we were able to pair that up with a mobile clinic and it had it outside of the church.
Well, and that's a wonderful opportunity that we have. We can have a hub of resources. We can have the community health clinic vehicle. We can have the dental clinic. We could have a mobile food pantry, and other resources available to the community. Come to, say, Vincent, and there's huge need in Vincent, and the church can show the love of Christ by meeting needs, and then having those conversations that will and prayer that will help people.
Well, good deal. So,
Mm.
thank you for coming in and speaking with us. Remember that we're always looking for volunteers. We're looking for partnerships. Um, we'll be praying about it. We ask you to pray for it. Pray for us about that. We want to make sure everybody knows that our first mission is to show the love of Christ, um, and that's got to be our first priority, and that is our first priority. So, if you have any more information, if you want any more information, you can always check out our important links, which I have behind us here. Um, and there's information about how to donate on our clinic to our clinic, whether it's through a meal or through a financial contribution. But there's also a page on our site that deals just with Carmen and the mobile clinic, and how you can sponsor an event, because like I said, there is costs to sponsoring the event, and you know we're doing our best. We're still having events, but it would just really lift some of the burden that we're trying to do in our brick and mortar here in Pelham. So,
Mhm.
thank you very much, Rebecca. Appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
I know this wasn't the most comfortable thing for you,
Oh,
but
that's good. It's
maybe we
great
can
opportunity.
jumpstart you to get that podcast started for Shelby
Yes.
Baptist
Yeah.
Association. So,
Thank you.
thank you very much, and y'all have a wonderful day. Well, I hope you enjoyed that interview. Like I said, Rebecca does a great job here. We've got the prayer guides ready. So if you would like one, we can send it to you. I'm going to post it on our social media. I'll post it on our website, and you'll be able to get all the information on the credits as you leave here. But if you are a person of faith, there's different ways that you can give. We're trying to build up our chaplaincy program. We're trying to um, we've got meals that could be provided from your Sunday school class, your life group, from your civic organization, from or for your fraternal group. We've got all these different abilities out there. Also, our mobile clinic. Our mobile clinic it goes out to the community. We will be willing to take the mobile clinic to your church or to your business or to your event. But there are costs associated with it, and so we're just looking for different ways that we can fund that. And we would love to be able to set up something, even if it's not at your church, but it's nearby. We can have some of your congregation come and pray over the patients and the clinic and the mobile clinic. And so there are available opportunities out there, and you'll see the flyer, and you can always go to our website, and look around, and trying to think of where. I think that's on our donate website. You'll be able to see how churches can get involved, both with our Take Them a Meal program to feed our volunteers who come on Mondays and Thursday nights, but also a way to sponsor um, a mobile unit event. So, I mean, you just think about the number of churches in Shelby County. Even if we just got a little help from half of them, it would really help our bottom line, but also would help us to be able to provide these healthcare services, and also give your congregation the ability to go outside of the church walls and do exactly what Jesus and his disciples did. They weren't holding church in a building. They were holding church in the community. They were holding it in people's houses. They were holding it out in courtyards and outside the temple and things like that. So, as I leave you here today, I just wanted to read something that it's a verse that um, I read the other night at our fundraiser to end my piece about the clinic, and it came from the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 3, which is something that Psalms, my discipleship group, last year went through Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, We spent almost 8 to 9 months in Psalms, and this is something that I earmarked for the fundraiser, but I think it applies with everything. And it's like I said, it's Psalm 82 verse 3. It says, "Provide justice for the needy and the fatherless, uphold the rights of the oppressed and the destitute." So, my friends, that is something that's very important to me. It's important to, the people who come here, our staff, our volunteers, and the patients. They're so grateful to be shown this love to show that they matter. And I hope that I've conveyed our missional focus for the clinic here, even though it's not always, out in the open per se. It's still here. We are the Community of Hope Health Clinic. There's a reason there is a dove in the middle of um, our our logo. There's a reason that that I pray every day for us. There's a reason that there's Christian stuff all over the place within the clinic. So anyway, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you lasted this long to hear me say this. God bless you all.